National Science Olympiad, representing West Kalimantan at the national level. She also is represented West Kalimantan in research-based learning. And then she also represented, she had a lot of representations, yeah. So Kemendikbud, Ristek Teachers Exchange, I went there before. I mean, like, not this one. So GTK Innovative Teacher Jamboree 2024 first place winner. So a lot of very amazing prizes. So we have very, very, very good speaker today. So let's welcome Miss Deborah. Before that, yeah, I'm gonna like talk about her title, her topic. The abstract of her talk is, in today's rapidly evolving digital landscape, technologies like augmented reality, virtual reality, and the metaverse are revolutionizing educations and career development. So these sessions explore how these innovations enhance skills, create immersive learning experiences, and give you a competitive edge in the job market. So join Deborah Naraini to discover how embracing these cutting-edge school tools can help you stand out and thrive in the future. So over to you, Miss Deborah.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss.
We cannot hear you. Very soft.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it
Louder. I mean, like,
is it clear enough right now?
near the mic.
Okay. Is it clear enough right now?
Better, maybe nearer.
Okay.
Slides.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, and the slides.
Okay.
Yes, slide.
I want to present my presentation first. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, hello everyone. Good morning. I'm so happy to be here today, and thank you so much for this great opportunity to speak internationally in this symposium. Before I start my topic today, we're going to learn and explore how emerging technologies, especially augmented reality, virtual reality, and the metaverse, are shaping the future of education and career. As we know that these technologies are not just innovation, but they are defining how we learn and work in the 21st century. Before we start further, let me introduce myself. So my name is Deborah Nuraini. I'm from Indonesia, and I really love technology. I'm the one who always learn new things in technology, and as Miss Han mentioned before, I'm the award-winning of OPEC Teachers Exchange with Korea, and also the award-winning of Inspirative Teachers in Indonesia. Okay, before I start, I wanna ask you some questions in the chat room. Can you open up your Mentimeter, and then this is about technology, about what do you think about technology itself? Okay, I'm gonna start my presentation first. Wait. Oh, sorry. I think my computer is not really working. Okay, I just continue then. Okay. So let us start with the fact that industries nowadays are undergoing digital transformations, making it crucial for us to adapt. The question is, how can we prepare for the shift and what skills do we need to stay competitive? Okay, let us continue with our topic today, the rise of technology and network. As you know that we cannot avoid technology worldwide. We can see technology in education, in the work field, and also in everywhere else. Every people use technology. And as we know, technology always developing every day. But traditional learning methods, such as lecture and textbook, often lack engagement and hands-on experience. On the other hand, immersive learning, as you see in this slide, like powered by AR, VR, and metaverse, enables students to interact with knowledge in more dynamic way. For example, instead of just reading about history, Students can use VR to explore and
I'm sorry, we cannot see the slide.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how does it look like in your computer? Is it blank?
Just now was functioning, but now no more. Can you share again?
Okay, okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Can you see my screen right now?
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so sorry I have not really good
It's
connection.
okay.
Yes, okay. Then I'll continue. Okay. As I mentioned before, the traditional learning method, such as lecture and textbook, it's really often lacks engagement and hands-on experience. On the other hand, immersive learning like VR, and the metaverse enables students to interact with knowledge in more dynamic way. For example, instead of reading about history or reading about biology, right now students can use VR and ER to explore their content. As you can see here in the screen, this is the ER that I used in my biology class to explain about humans anatomy. Some traditional teachers only explain about their anatomy, but it's hard for students to understand. But using AR, we can easily visualize the human's body and human's organ. And this innovation, of course, bridge the gap between theory and real world. It's not only about PR, but some of it is VR. In the job area, you can use VR and metaverse to do the conference. As you can see here in the screen, right now some of the people use like what we are using right now, Google Meet and Zoom or something like that. But now metaverse is really developing and you can use metaverse to have virtual meetings. So you can work remotely from your home and then you can have your online meeting with others using your own avatar. And I think it's very fun and really, really good to try because it really stimulates our knowledge and also it's fun to use. Okay, so before we dive earlier further, let me define what is AR, VR, and metaverse. Let us get a closer look. AR is an interactive experience that combines the real world and computer-generated 3D content. You can use VR using Assembler Edu, Hello AR, and there's a lot of websites and applications that can help you to build an AR. And in the job area, for example, for the architect, they can easily see the building that they have planned or easily see the wheels or something using ER. So it's very simple and it's very useful in the work field or in the education. 3R, on the other hand, provides fully immersive simulations for training in science fields like aviation or surgery. As you can see here in my screen, I use VR in my classroom so I can help students during their experiment process and during their study time. The work area VR is a stimulating experience that employs tracking near eye displays and pulse tracking to give the user an immersive feel of the virtual world. As you can see in the left side, this is a simulator like driving a car. So right now we can drive a car without even go in the car. If we want to learn, we can easily use the VR. And also in the work area, when we want to talk about our project, we can easily use VR to talk about our upcoming project or about our plan, and it's really easy and simple to use. And last but not least, let us dive in about metaverse. So metaverse, this is the room for metaverse. Metaverse itself, it's a virtual world where you can revolutionary remote learning. It allows you to join global classroom or global meeting or current fairs and even collaborate on projects in virtual offices. So this is very fun and simple because in this metaverse, you can use your own avatar, you can make your own avatar, and then you can log in into the virtual meeting, and then you can share screen, share your project, and talk about your project. And you can use this one using special IO special.io or also using Mozilla Scope. And it's very fun. You can try it. Okay. So uh, we have talked about AR, VR, and also metaverse. These three things actually, uh, this technology help us to develop our soft skills in a virtual setting. Students can improve teamwork, leadership, and communication through interactive technologies. For example, virtual reality here, role playing can help future managers practice conflict resolutions, and AI coding platforms allow programmers to learn in a high interactive way. This support lifelong learning and career growth. So, as technology advances, employers are increasingly looking for professionals who can navigate digital tools and environment. AR, VR, and the metaverse are being adopted in industries such as healthcare, marketing, engineering, and even real estate. With AI and automation reshaping job roles, it has digital literacy is no longer optional, it's essential. So the question is, how can you make yourself stand out? How can you make others to see you or see you from differently like, oh, yes, or she is professional. I'm gonna hand on this job to him or her. So let's consider it. If you want to make yourself stand out, whether it is in your job or in your work or in your city or in your any professional careers, I think it will be better if you have like some applications that you learn. First, consider earning certification from platforms like Coursera, Udemy, or industry-specific AR or VR courses. Having recognized credential adds credibility to your resume. Second, you can build up a portfolio or project that demonstrate your skills, whether it is designing a VR environment, developing an AR app, or participating in a metaverse event. Finally, leverage online networking through LinkedIn, virtual job fairs, and career communities within the metaverse itself. So, where do we go from here? The integration of AI and the Internet of Things will make learning even smarter and more adaptive. Companies, of course, will expand virtual workspaces, making remote jobs and training more immersively. As you know, nowadays we can easily work from our home, whether it's from our bedroom or our living room, we can work remotely because there are a lot of remote jobs that we can do right now. If you can work and if you have skill in technology, I think it will be better and you have a lot of opportunity to work remotely because there is a lot of companies that expand virtual workspaces. But are we ready for the future? The key takeaway is to start learning, upskilling, and embracing these technologies to stay ahead in your career. The future of work is digital, and those who adapt will lead the way. Of course, everyone who are aware and can do and can work and have skill in technology will adapt in this world, especially in this 21st century. I think that's all for me today. Before I end my topic today, I'm gonna give you uh, some quick survey about what do you think and what is your uh, assumption about technology. I'm gonna send Mentimeter. Can you open it and then answer it? I'm gonna share the screen to you. The first question is about how important do you think technology is? How important do you think technology is? You can answer it just pressing. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, 2% is working right now. Okay. Do you think that technology is important? The blue one is very important. The pink one is important. The red one not really important, but the yellow one it's not important at all. Okay. I'm gonna wait. Can anyone get faster? Okay. Most of the people who have answered say that technology is more important and important. Okay, I agree because technology right now is very important, right? If we can have skills in technology, of course, we can easily go to the work areas and also a lot of opportunities we can take, right? Okay, I'm gonna move to the second slide. What technology do you currently master? For example, I master in Canva. I master in mm, gamification. I master in AR. I master in game. You can type it and then send it directly. Okay, Gmail, good. Yeah, Gmail is very important because everyone from nowhere will send us an email, right? To connect with anybody else. Okay, anybody else? What technology do you currently master? Canva. Yeah, that's good. I always use Canva, like every day. Even if I make sleepy, I use Canva. Okay, anyone else? What technology do you currently master? WhatsApp. Yes, that's the technology. Right now, WhatsApp is connected with Meta, right? You can ask that Meta, and then it's like AI. It will answer all of your questions. And as you can see right now, China is developing the DeepSeek. It's competing with the ChatGPT, right? Okay, Instagram. Yes, you like Instagram. We always posted stories or something like that, right? So here, if we can see the responses, most of people using Gmail, Instagram, Canva, WhatsApp, and WhatsApp. Yeah, everything here is the technology that we need. But as I mentioned before, you need to be professional not only in this area. You have to learn that there is a lot of technology that is really good. We can use that and it's very useful for our work area or for our daily life and it's really important. So I encourage you to learn something like AR, VR, metaverse or anything else. Because when you want to apply for the job, I think people will see your skills. That, that is, so yeah. Um, if you want to apply for the job, of course they were asking about your CV, right? They want you to share your CV and they were asking you. I think it may be good if you put your expertise. There's a lot of things that you can do. For example, if you're mastered in technology, you can easily put that technology that you are mastering in. Like you can do your VR, AR, edutech, or website. You can easily put it over there. And also, if you want to make it more uh, entertaining or more better, you can put that barcode and then you can make your own VR. And every time when you send your CV, the company or the place that you are going to come in will see just scan the QR and then he or she will easily use it. I think this will good. Okay, I think that's all what I'd like to explain. Besides, how many minutes do I have left? Oh,
There's
okay.
a questions
Okay,
for
okay. So,
you on the chat box. Is there any work vacancy portal in your country? So Miss Deborah is from Indonesia, so can you answer that?
is there any work or vacancy portal in your country? Can you explain more? It's hard for me to understand what kind of vacancy or portal do you mean?
Uh,
Good morning.
Hello, morning.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Deborah. Okay, I'm Fuzan
Yeah.
here from Malaysia. Okay, here in Malaysia, we are having a few of vacancy portal like JobStreet,
I got it.
My Future Job itself, like one of the to have. So in Indonesia, did you have in any such
Okay.
of
Thank
this
you.
kind of
Thank you.
platform?
Okay, actually, here in Indonesia, we have that kind as well because they work internationally and they open up in Indonesia as well. So when you want to find or seek the job, you can easily ask that agency to help you to find the job. That's my answer. Yeah.
We have another questions. We have another questions
Sure.
from Prof. Lindsay. Prof. Lindsay.
Yes, I have a question regarding the discussion of Ms. Deborah Naraina. My question is, how can artificial intelligence be used responsibly to avoid biases and discrimination? I mean, considering the fact that, we
Yes.
have ethical concerns surrounding AI
Okay,
developments.
so you're talking about ethical concern, right? Yeah. Okay, thank you,
Right, right.
Prof. Lindsay. Actually, because I'm a teacher and most of the students using AI, right? For example, if we give them homework, they can easily use ChatGPT or DeepSeek to find the answer, right? Uh,
Right.
and and
Yes,
it's
yes,
really
yes.
hard for the teachers because right now students really good in technology. So I think for the ethical field, it's really not good for us to use AI. For me myself, technology is a tool that help us to make our work easier. But if you just copy and paste the work from AI, it's really not good. So sometimes if I give homework to my students, I use AI detector actually. I use AI detector and then like ChatGPT Zero or Primitive or Authenticate. I use that kind of things to see whether they use AI or not. If I find out that they are using AI, then I will discuss with them and make them understand that actually we cannot avoid technology like from technology help us, right? So we
Yes.
can use technology wisely because technology is only a tool, but we have our mind, our heart, and our brain. We have to use our time wisely using the technology. So I think that's the answer because it's really not good to just copy paste.
Right. We have to regulate the use of AI. Actually, there's nothing wrong with using AI, but you have to regulate in using it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We have another questions from, I don't know, someone raised hand just now. Can you unmute yourself and ask the questions? I think on something, cannot remember your name. Can you raise up your hand, right, just now? Anyone else? Okay. So if no more questions, we thanks Ms. Deborah for your sessions. We learned a lot about the AV, it's a VR, sorry, VR, metaverse, and so on. The technologies is so interesting. Thank you so much for your sharing. So now we are going to go for the next sessions. Maybe in between, maybe we take photo later, yeah? So I'm going to hand over the moderator for our next moderator. She's from Picasso. Procaso is actually one of the government's agencies, so a very important agents. So they are going to introduce themselves, what they are doing. So maybe people from other countries also can learn what is it about. And they are going to teach many things today. So